everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. First of all, I want to thank all of the people that are following me on Instagram and that have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for the support, and I hope you enjoy my content as well. Once again, if you have any ideas or any questions that you would like me to explore with the cards, please let me know. And today I am doing another pick a card reading, and we've got 3 piles. First pile is represented by this seashell. The second pile is represented by the selenite stick. And the third pile is represented by this salt rock. So yeah, let's go with the first pile. I've got already all of the cards on the table, and what I can see is that there's this energy of someone that's putting like a lot of pressure on themselves. Someone that's probably, there's a little bit of a fear to speak up as well. I feel someone that's like doing a lot of things, and someone that's, as I said, like putting a lot of pressure on themselves to perform well. I don't think it's like to impress others. I really think it's like a habit. And I also sense an energy in this pile of struggling to know when to like stop and relax. I feel that you are a very self-reliant person that has been self-reliant for a very long time. And I think the cards kind of show that it might be time to change the way that you communicate with others a little bit, and maybe life is trying to gift you a different lifestyle where maybe you could kind of like communicate better with others what your needs are. And because I feel like for a long time you've walked on your own. Maybe you've been surrounded by people that have not offered you help, or when you asked for help, that help was not provided. And I feel that you're very self-reliant, very smart person, kind of like very busy all the time with learning more, I feel. I do sense a little bit of like a wound related to guilt with this pile based on the cards I got. And know that that everyone is carrying guilt with themselves. We've all done things that we regret. We've all done things that we're not very proud of, and we've all hurt others and ourselves, and others have also hurt us. And I feel like you're almost you don't almost know sometimes when to stop, and this energy can be a little bit draining for yourself. Or maybe this might be a person around you that is like this. It might not be you, but this energy kind of doesn't know when to stop, I feel. And the advice of the cards is to learn how to relax, how to be a little bit more self-aware, because I feel that kind of like life is driving you rather than you driving life, So the advice here would be to learn to relax a little bit, to maybe work through the experiences that you've had at times where you've struggled and have needed help from others and that's not been provided for you. I hope that at the moment you're in a better space where you don't depend on others emotionally, to the point where you would get hurt if you don't get what you're expecting from other people. Hopefully you have found a new circle of people that accept you a little bit more and that are willing to be there for you unconditionally. I see that you've struggled with a lot of I feel that you are a very, very hard worker, like you work so hard for a long time. And the cards, I think, show that you are a very resilient person that has tried to respect the will of others and not bothering them. But that now is a time where you can find a new group of people or add people to your life that will actually be there for you unconditionally. However, you do need to work on your communication skills in order to know how to express your needs a little bit more efficiently, so you can kind of like evolve from that period of your life where you were made to be so self-reliant. The advice from the cards is also that you find some creative outlets, and to remember that everything takes practice. So you might not be very good at communicating certain things at the moment, or the person that you're dealing with might not be very skilled at communicating their needs, but know that everything is practice. And the cards show that you are a very skilled person, or that the person in question here is very skilled in many areas, but they have kind of like self-isolated a little bit and might need some practice in communicating their needs in an efficient way, because this person, or if it's you that's had these traits, you've probably hurt yourself a little bit with the argument of being self-reliant. So now life is kind of like inviting you to work on your communication skills with others, because there's people around you that really want to give you like unconditional support, and to remind you that you're not anymore in those moments where you have to depend on yourself as well. You've probably met new people that are willing to offer you unconditional support. So the cards want to remind you to relax, that you're not in that horrible situation anymore. That you could benefit, or the person in question could benefit from exploring their communication skills with others and the way they express their needs. The cards also want you to know that these areas of hurt that you experience that don't allow you to kind of communicate with others, and because of having like a certain fear of not being heard, belong to another chapter of your life that's long gone, and that now it's the time to work on those skills, to have more fun in creative outlets, and to understand that everything takes practice, and that if you want something and don't practice it, you might contribute to building frustrations in you. So hopefully you will also, or the person that you're asking about, will manage to focus on understanding that everything can be learned. Everything can be learned with just a little bit every day. And that a lot of people feel that you are so worthy and that you mean a lot, a lot to some people today in your life. And yeah, kind of like to learn to share the load is like a key message here, but obviously that comes with a complex set of steps that you need to take, and one of them would be to work on why you're not sharing your needs with others, where that comes from, to forgive yourself for maybe holding on to this grudge for so long. That's normal. We've all done it. We'll do it probably. We'll probably do it again. But at this point in time, this is the message that the cards are giving you. And I hope that you can find some creative outlets, which I'm sure you have skills in certain creative areas, because I see a person that's very multi-skilled here. And that could help you to practice on building a skill. And that same ability to build a skill in our creative outlet, that you channel that energy, so you can also understand that that applies to the more human areas of life, like for example learning to express your needs in a more constructive way. So thank you, Pile 1. I hope you like this reading, and leave me a comment if it was suitable for you or not, please, if you want. I am on Instagram as well. My username is LexDivination. Thank you so much for tuning in, and take care. Hi guys, from pile number 2, the ones that I've chosen the Selenite stick. So today I've got all of the cards on the table. I thought I would save a little bit of time in doing this. So the energy I get from this pile is someone that is very, I would say, very caring. I feel the energy of someone that like really makes sure that they don't hurt others with their own actions, but they might end up hurting themselves because they don't want to hurt others, I feel. I feel there might be some heartache around the situation. I feel more of like a romantic vibe with this pile, because I have the 3 of Swords, which is like a heart. I've got another card that's called, oh, sorry guys, their affection. I've got the Star, it's in reverse, although I still kind of I still link that card with like illusions and dreams, and together with those 2 cards I feel it could be a little bit more romantic, but please try to like apply it to your own situation however it fits. But what I get from this pile is that I feel like life is changing a little bit for you in a way that you did not expect it. I feel like you have a dream, maybe about something or about someone, and for some reason that dream is being a little bit kind of like, it's not happening at this, you're not reaching it at the speed that you would like to have it, you know, like I feel that it's something that you think about a lot, like a situation or a person that's like, sorry about that guys. So as I was saying, I feel this kind of vibe that you feel some sort of like illusion of wanting something, like you've got a dream and it's not happening like you would want it to right now, but I really feel this dream is forming. Like I feel there's a lot of energy in the background that confirms that the situation is definitely like forming, and I feel that you might have some anxiety over the fact that you don't know if there's actually any sort of, you don't know if this is actually happening in the background. I don't feel this is something that you've communicated to the other person, or once again, if you're asking about someone else, or about a situation, I still feel that all of these solutions and desires that you've got have not been expressed to that person. I feel like, but there is an energy forming in the background, so this other person might have an idea of what's going on. I do feel, however, that you feel like you can control the situation, and this leaves you a little bit frozen. I feel it's kind of like a little bit of an attitude, like if I can't control it, then I will not do it much about it. I will just leave it there for now. I would think that it would be interesting to explore the idea of you feeling that you can maybe, like, there's this energy that what you're contributing to this can only be kind of like given under the basis that you know exactly what you're doing. It's like, if I don't know exactly what I'm doing, I will not do it. And that's kind of like the vibe I get. It might come from a little bit of like insecurity in knowing about how the other person or the other group of people or the situation really is like, and I think I would invite you also to understand that even if things were flowing, you would still have this challenge of not really knowing what the other person is truly thinking, and that we can't control the actions of others, or more than controlling the actions of others, we can't really like shape the way that other people view us. It really, really relies on their own life experience and how they view the world. So I would invite you to get to know this person a little bit better, and because the perception that you might have of them it might be completely different, because I don't feel that you're like, if this reading is about you, that you would have like a very direct approach to kind of like go and ask the person what's going on. I feel you're probably more like relying on your own conclusions about how the situation is, and at times you might be a little bit hard on yourself for the fact that life has left you a little bit in like a space of like limbo, where you can't truly control the flow of things at the moment. It might be because of COVID that the situation is in a little bit of like a pause, but I think I've got the Justice in reverse here. Sorry guys. Justice in reverse, Temperance in reverse. I've got a Goddess card, the Goddess Rhea, the Goddess of Flow, and with these cards, I feel that maybe there are certain things that you have to deal with in your life before, especially with the Justice in reverse card. Maybe the reason for why things are not flowing at the speed that you would like them to is because you might have practical things to deal with in your life first. You know, maybe the universe is kind of like offering you this opportunity of like, look, I've given you this break. You've got things to sort out before the natural flow of this makes itself present. Try to use this time to sort your things out before like getting deeper into the situation. And I think it's I think you're really kind of like, I think you are trying to like view things in this way, but also it hurts. However, I do feel that you're not being like very open with the situation or with this person, or vice versa, about the intensity of your feelings and your desire to reach out. But I feel that you're being very cautious to not hurt others in this process, because you might have to deal with other things first. Hopefully that makes sense. And your mantra cards are only my beliefs are in my way. Deconstructing doubt. Yeah, I think you're a little bit scared maybe that things are not like you think they are. But I feel that this must be mutual from this other person as well, because there's a lot of like loving energy forming in the background. And you can't make that on your own, I would say. I mean, you can, but this feels like romantic because I've also got like the soulmate relationship card that says new romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. And as I mentioned earlier, we've got the card affection, we've got the 3 of swords, and the star reversed. So I would risk saying that it might be a little bit romantic actually, but yeah, let me know in the comments please if it isn't. I think that this reading, more than trying to give you advice, is reassuring you that you are being very considerate, and that is probably the right thing to do right now. Because I feel that this is more of an affirmation reading more than like giving you advice. Like unlike pile 1, it was very much kind of like an advisory reading. This reading has more of an energy of like reaffirming things that you are already doing consciously. You know, I can sense that you're a very careful person, very responsible. You don't want to mess things up for others or for yourself. But you might get a little bit hurt with the fact that you have to wait, or that or that you're waiting for like the perfect flow of things to kind of like show up. But I really feel it's happening in the background. And I do feel a little bit of doubt as well with the deconstructed doubt mantra card, and I've also got the negative mood card here next to joy. But I think this is more of like I feel this is more from the past. I think you probably had more of this doubtful energy in the past, but you're still working through it. But understanding that there's no need for that anymore, and that you can kind of like open your heart a little bit more, but you're still working through some doubts. So yeah, I hope this helps. Good luck. I hope that you get to see the beautiful gift that it is to learn to be patient. It's so hard at the start, but I think it is so rewarding, and it makes you so independent. So yeah, you are really, really growing up a lot. Like, I feel you're developing a lot of growth, a lot of emotional independence, or you're trying to. And I've got the Ace of Pentacles here in reverse, so The chance that you're looking for might not be here right now. That's hence the reverse position of this card. However, the right, when it's upright, it means new opportunity, right? That materializes, because it's the pentacle suit. So it's like, it's not right now because it's reversed, but hopefully in the future it will be upright. So the energy is definitely there. So I don't think you're kind of like imagining these energies. I think they're definitely there, but you're becoming more and more comfortable and secure on that idea. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this pile helped. It would really help me also if you can leave me a comment and an opinion about this reading, and please feel comfortable to like say that it didn't resonate or anything, with respect, please. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you back soon. Thank you so much, guys. Hi, people that I've chosen pile number 3 with the salt rock. So I've got all of the cards on the table today already. So what I see here is someone I feel that this was someone that was like, I feel this is a very spiritual person, first of all. I feel you would be naturally a very kind of like reflective person that would really know what's right for you and what's not right for you, and would kind of have a certain set of morals and like values that you like to be guided by in life, and that this collective of principles would kind of enlighten your path at times when it gets dark. You know, it's kind of like a tool that you've got that is very useful. I feel that your inner temple was kind of broken with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the Sun in reverse. I feel you kind of like encountered something that was not very nice, something that affected not only you but others, and you encounter this, and it really shook you up. I feel you encountered something that was a little bit dark, that did not only affect you but others, as I said, and that was very unclear. Probably you encountered people that weren't being very honest, people that were not being very open about their true intentions, not only to you but towards others as well. And I feel that this wasn't like something that happened with one person. It might have been something that you experienced over a period of time with several people. And you reached a point where you decided to summon courage and strength, and decided to kind of challenge this. I think this part of you that kind of knows what is the best way to be happy is something that guides you through life. And this part of your essence, of your spirit, kind of like woke up a part in you that needed to stand up for yourself a little bit more. Although I do see that you're a very peaceful person, so I think you did challenge people. I think you have challenged yourself as well and stood up for yourself, but in a very peaceful way. I also feel like you had to go a little bit deeper into your feelings to understand what was going on. You had to kind of like separate yourself from the situation and go into a point, into like more of an atmosphere that could bring you balance, both mentally and spiritually. I think all of this shocking energy of people not being honest and unclear kind of like really threw, kind of like really imbalanced you, and you had to take a break and think, right, I need to find my own point of balance. Probably you kind of became a little bit more reclusive and had to like explore your thoughts and spirituality a little bit harder. As I said, I do think you're a very spiritual person already. So you probably didn't understand at some point that you could even be more spiritual, or that you could even like explore your thoughts even deeper than you had. But I think you probably reached like this point that left you so shocked, and this lack of clarity, that it became very clear that you had to kind of go into yourself and find the light that you were looking for there, because you were not finding it on the outside. I think you had to find your true call. You know, you had to find what makes you feel whole. You had to take some time to like redefine yourself, but more than redefine, really just remember who you truly were and what you really want in your life. And for that, you needed to isolate yourself a little bit, so you could move to a calmer environment within yourself. I feel that you found out what truly makes you happy, and you also connected to maybe the roots of the plans that you had. Maybe you connected to your dreams. Maybe you had gone a little bit far from your dreams, and you managed to reconnect with this. I still feel that you've got like a separate issue in your life, like separate from this. That's I mean, it might not be separate, but I have the sense that maybe you were ignoring your emotions a little bit. And it's strange because you are a very emotional person and very spiritual, so I don't think it would be like a natural thing for you to really not know how you're feeling, but it was happening and you hadn't even like noticed. And I feel you had, in this period of seclusion, you had to kind of like go into yourself and find out what you truly wanted and what you truly did not want as well. You had to like really reassess your values and your priorities and the way you were feeling about things. I don't think it's something that you are considering in this equation. Strange, because you're a very intelligent person that has a big sense of spirituality and of what it is to be human. But for some reason you were not seeing how this was making you feel and how unhappy this was making you. This kind of like pattern of behavior and people that you were meeting that were unclear, that were dishonest, and that it was affecting your inner temple. Maybe it was affecting you and your family. Maybe it was affecting your spiritual temple. Maybe it was affecting you and others around you. And you kind of went like, not only stop, but you confronted it. And it wasn't like confronting the people by attacking them. It was by a very smart move, by going into yourself and finding out what you truly wanted and did not want. So I think you're a very mature person. and you liberated yourself, I feel. And maybe this was something that you needed to go through to strengthen your spirituality and your healing abilities. I think with this amount of learning that you've acquired through this kind of stage of your life, I don't think it was something that happened over like a week or a year, probably several years, you know. I feel that this will teach you how to help others as well. How to help other people from all kind of like sorts of background, you know, and this is something that this experience will help you help others even better. Because I've got the spirituality card here. I've also got the goddess of healing, Gula. So yeah, I think this is something that has happened not only now or a year. It's probably been a process that has been happening for several years. I still think I've got the cards lonely. And gratitude. I personally feel that when you become more spiritual, when you become wiser and more understanding of yourself, it can feel lonely, because I don't think it's like the priority that our society has of kind of like understanding ourselves and standing up for people that are giving us shit and standing up for and kind of fight for our happiness. I don't think it's something that our society kind of like actively encourages people to do. So once you've achieved it, it can become a little bit lonely. And now you've decided to really, really focus on yourself. But somehow I feel that you feel more peaceful now. But it can get a little bit lonely, and I understand that. There might not be like a lot of people around you that will understand this, but there's definitely a few, and you would know them, because I've got the card with helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. I've also got the card positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. I think this will come naturally as you shift your perspective as well. And your 2 mantra cards are expressing free will. My choices determine how brightly I shine. And your second mantra card is asking for angelic support. My angels respond when I'm open and authentic about how I feel. Yeah, I feel you really have to like embrace this moment of like, man, I'm not like doing what I want. I'm not being myself. And I hadn't realized. And now I see it so clearly. And it was like this massive like epiphany. And you really, really acted upon it. So I hope you're really proud of the fact that you learned to listen to yourself, because that is something that is so fulfilling. It makes you feel so satisfied with the person that you are, regardless of the way you look or the mistakes you've made. You're definitely someone that's focusing on moving forward. Very strong person that does not focus on the negative but keeps moving forward. So this part also is kind of like about giving you an affirmation rather than advising you to do something. Maybe the only advice is that you keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing great. So yeah, I'm sure you feel that you're becoming more balanced and more emotionally independent. I think you already were these things, but now you're becoming like this uber kind of emotionally independent person, imbalanced. So yeah, it's been a pleasure to do this reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Please leave me a comment about what you think of this video. And I hope to see you back soon. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye bye.